Hey y'all, Teaser here, in there. Thought I'd try and give you a little update on my back surgery while I'm putting some wood in the boiler for the night. So far things have gone real good. I'm pretty happy with the results. So today is Sunday, the 14th of January, I think. I think it's the 14th. But at any rate, I had my 2-week follow-up with the doctor last Thursday on the 11th. So that Thursday was 11th, Friday been 12th, 13th. Yeah, today be the 14th, I guess. So they were pretty happy with where I'm at, for an old boy. And their office is up on the 3rd floor. And just to show that I could, I walked up 3 flights of steps. So it didn't bother me that much. Nothing's bothering me that much now. There are times when things hurt and times when things don't. So I get tired easy yet, but that's pretty much normal for me after any big surgery. When they make me lay around for a week or two, I lose muscle tone and lose stamina. It takes me a while to get it back. So, but as I said, I had my 5 incisions all looked real good. No signs of infection or anything. And I was on a 5-pound weight limit. She upped me to 15 to 20, so that's something. But now on the 11th of February is my next appointment, and I see the surgeon again then, Dr. Oblique, and Brittany told me I can probably expect him to completely release me on that day. Release all my restrictions, and let me go out and do whatever I want to do. And that's the way it worked out on my when I had my neck fusion. The 2-week mark, they eased off on my restrictions a little bit, and then on the 4-week, or I guess that would be 6 weeks from the surgery visit, they released me and told me just go do what I want to do, and if I do something and it hurts, stop doing it, wait 2 or 3 days and try it again. So I expect to get the same results from my back here. And to tell you the truth, everybody I've talked to is pretty impressed with the way I've recovered. But I don't fool around. I ain't been sitting on the couch. I have some, but when I'm sitting in the chair watching a movie or streaming something to watch, and things quit hurting and settle down, after an hour I'll get up and walk. Sometimes I'll walk 20-30 minutes before I sit back down, so that helps. And then coming out here twice a day and putting wood in the boiler helps. Put a little in the mornings to get through the day and fill it all the way up about this time. It's around 2 o'clock now. I fill it up, run all night till I come out about 8:30, 9 o'clock the next morning. Put a few pieces in to get through the day. So, and this has been a mild winter. I'm not used. I'm well stocked on wood. I haven't used nearly as much for this time of year as I normally would for this time of year, so it's been pretty mild. But I'm going to make up some of it this week because this is Sunday, and the forecast, if they're right, which is itself iffy, says all the way through next Sunday, there's no time that's above freezing. And there's very little snow, not even a half inch. Very little. It's spotty. A lot of it melted when it hit, which is good, I think, because this might get rid of some of the mites and ticks we've been having. The mites and ticks the last few years been terrible because the winter's been mild and ain't killed them. So maybe we'll get a chance to kill a few this week since there's no snow to protect them and it's going to stay below freezing. So I think tomorrow morning I get up early. Yeah, I've been getting up about 2 in the morning because I've been falling asleep about 18:30. So yeah, I think I'll open a window and listen, see if I can hear a bunch of little bodies exploding. That'd be sweet. That'd be a sweet sound. Little mites, little ticks just popping everywhere. Ow, that hurt. Gotta watch what I do. I think them little pains like that, I think what they are is the internal stitches of my incisions when I stretch them. For those of you, I'll try and remember when I put this online, I'll put some links. I found a couple of pretty decent videos on the surgery I had. I'll put links in the description for you to go see. But for those of you that was in the military, you'll get the right impression straight away when you see the title, because it was considered an oblique entry. You know, and we all know what oblique means. Now, they went in to the side here, all the way to the spine, and the 4 small incisions in the back to put the screws in. They did all the work from the side and put like a little tube down there, and they operate through the tube so they don't have to cut a lot of muscles and things, and they just push everything out of the way to get down there, which is pretty handy. Now, when I saw Brittany the other day, I've had a lot of trouble with my right hip and right leg. As soon as I mentioned it, she says, she described what the issues were. I said, that's it. She says, yeah. She says, that's pretty common. It'll keep getting better. As it's a result of something they did, pushing things out of the way. When they went in, they don't have to cut a bunch of them. They just push everything out of the way and put that tube down there. It didn't work through the tube. So it's got something to do with that. She explained it to me over my head, but she knew what I was complaining about, had the answer. So she said, and it has been getting better by the day. I can feel the better each day. It feels better, significantly better each day. Enough so that I can tell. So that's good. But and then one of the nurses at the hospital, I was talking to her, the overnight nurse, and I said, she said something about being not being a troublemaker and being easy to take care of and things. And I said, well, you get a lot of trouble from old grumpy guys? And she says, no, really, you old guys are less trouble than the 30-year-old guys. She said, the 30-year-old guys have never experienced anything, and they all feel entitled, and they don't know they can't handle it. He said, you old guys have experienced things, you've been through pain, you've healed up, you've been through it again, and you just accept it. You just deal with it and move on. I said, well, what other choices do I have? Yeah. So they cut me open, took part of me, and threw it in the trash. Here's the rest of me. She laughed. So there you go. We're raising a whole generation of soy boys. It's when I had to see the doctor for the 2-week visit Thursday, I had to stop at their physical therapy session first, or physical therapy department first. listen to their spiel. And at physical therapy do some, man, he said, I ain't half your age and I can't do half of what you do. I said, well, I ain't no soy boy. So there you go. I said, down to that, I said, you can do whatever you want to do to them papers, but you can mark them. I ain't coming back. I ain't doing no physical therapy. I'll take care of myself. As soon as the weather breaks in March, I'll get back in shape. And so that was the end of that. But so that's where we're at. I think I'm doing good. A little pains. I've been off the pain meds pretty much for almost a week now. I do take one around bedtime just so I can get some sleep. And I've been sleeping the last few nights here. I've been sleeping about 6 hours, 7 hours. I eat supper, and when it's dark, I've been falling asleep around 7 p.m., getting up around 1, 2 o'clock. Don't care. Don't matter what time of the day or night it is. I can find something to do in the house. And I walk in circle. First thing I do is go walk for a half an hour, 40 minutes inside. I can walk from the living room to the dining room to the kitchen to the entry hall, back to the living room. Walk that circle. Just get everything woke up. Legs and back are stiff in the mornings after laying down. So, but that's where we're at. That's where I'm at. And I'm looking good, I think. And see ya.